What up, guys? Mad Scientist 7890 here. Gonna be doing something a little different here. Gonna review some Japanese stuff. I want to do more reviews on things. I don't really have the urge to review Raw, SmackDown, or Impact because they're just not really that great. I review all WWE and the TNA pay-per-views with the Instant Wrestling Report, so I'm not going to review those on this channel. And basically, for some of you who've been watching my videos for a while, I just don't have enough money to buy any shows, indie shows, Ring of Honor, PWG, Chikara. I just don't have any money to buy them. Unless there's something I really want, I'm going to round up my money, and try to get some of these shows that I really want. But, a lot of times I just don't have the money to review them. So I figured if I'm watching these New Japan shows, which they post them on, they're on YouTube, and I don't have to pay for them, and I still watch them, I may as well review them. So, I'm jumping into, Sean Carlton 0 and AMC in 1 kind of territory here, but I do want to review some shows, and I figure these are the best ones to do, the New Japan and All Japan shows, and hopefully Noah, if we can ever get any on YouTube. I don't know if there's copyright claims or what, but for sure I probably will review, probably all the New Japan shows coming into 2012. Thought about it for a while, but I finally decided I was going to do it. So here with this review, I'm going to do the New Japan Alive 2011 review on the show. Just watched it. Had to say, okay, solid show, not amazing. Had a good main event. Undercard was upper mid card was not bad, but overall, not that bad. Probably better than a TNA or WWE pay-per-view. So, I'm gonna go ahead and review it here. First match was Karl Anderson and Killer Rabbit with facing Jado and Gedo. Here, this was a fun match here, back and forth. I don't really know if I can give it a rating. If anything, it was just real short and had some fun spots in it and some little bit of comedy here and there. I'd probably say like a 1.5 stars. Nothing really that great, but entertaining, fun opener, I guess. Then we have the next match is a 4-on-4. Taguchi, Tiger Mask, Honma, Tonga versus Yano, Takahashi, Ishii, and Romero. This was okay as well. Real short, back and forth, spotty kind of deal here. Breakneck speed doing. Just not really a lot of, going on here. Just a lot of just spots. Mostly the only thing I remember out of this is that spot by Tonga trying to jump to the top rope and fall into the outside, which I thought was hilarious. But for the most part, this was okay. Didn't think it was anything great, but an okay match here. Probably got to go 2 stars on that. Then the next match is Goto and KUSHIDA versus Sugiura and Aoki. This was, I enjoyed this. This wasn't like horrible or anything. This was, I'd say for the most part, entertaining seeing Sugiura and Goto go at it in the ring. At the end of this little back and forth they had here, Goto saying, hey, me and you one-on-one, let's do this. I'm all for that. I think that would be great. So just a good match here, better than the first 2, but nothing that great, but still pretty entertaining for the most part. Next is Maccabee and Inoue versus Takayama and Archer. This was terrible. This was so boring. I didn't care for this at all. At one time, I viewed Lance Archer, I guess, as a pretty decent big guy wrestler. I think since coming to Japan, he's just gotten worse. I don't really care for him at all. But Takayama and Archer dominated the majority of this match. Extremely boring to me. 1 star, if that. So that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Next is Tenzan and Kojima versus Azuki, I think that's how you say it, and Saito. This was good. It was entertaining. Mostly just for Kojima and Tenzan Tenzan. Just the fun little things they were doing back and forth. Pretty short here, but nothing to jump out of your seat over. I mean, I don't think it was as good as the Goto and Sugiura tag match, but I mean, I'll go 2.5 on that. It was pretty entertaining for the most part. Next is Davey Richards versus Prince Devitt. But was looking forward to this. I like Davey Richards, not a huge fan. I like Devitt as well, just not a huge fan of him either, but I know that back and forth these guys probably have some chemistry, and was looking forward to an exciting match. For the most part, this kind of disappointed. I think that, I don't know, it's just, there's just the style that these guys wrestle. You're either going to wrestle a really fast, high-paced, short match, or the match you're going to wrestle is just a really long, 35-minute, just drawn-out match. There's really just no medium with these guys, honestly. But this was short, solid for what it was. I go 3.25 stars on this. Hoping for a little bit more, but guessing Davey had to get in there and get out and head back to the States to go to Ring of Honor. I don't know what the deal was, but this match was extremely short. I was expecting a lot more. Next is MVP versus Masato Tanaka here. I actually enjoyed this. I actually really enjoyed this. The interference, really didn't bother me that much. Building towards a feud here, this is one of the first matches that I really felt like on this card up till then was a really just heel face type feud. MVP being the face and Tanaka being the heel here with his goons. Leading on to probably bigger and better matches with these guys. Liking MVP in Japan and New Japan better than I liked him before. So. This was pretty good. I enjoy this. I go 3.5 on this. Yeah, like I said, I really enjoy this. Next, John Bernard versus Minoru Suzuki. This was stiff. Bernard is just one of the best big man guys to me, in my opinion. Working matches, working the style. He doesn't really overdo it. He knows exactly what he can and can't do, and I enjoy that. I think that's the way you got to run a big man. WWE, take notice. It's how you run a big man. You make them look dominant like that, and you at least know how to wrestle to a at least a little bit. But Bernard did a good job here. Like I said, not great, but the finish was great. I love the pile driver here. Suzuki just getting a pile driver on Bernard, and it just looked like a spectacle. Actually, getting him up there and finally hitting it and heading out after the match. He just looked really dominant here. So, but yeah, I go 3.25 stars on that. I'd say for the most part I enjoyed that. Next, Naito versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Naito, some of you guys know, mostly is from the tag team No Limit. Branching off, doing his own thing, having some decent matches here. I think Nakamura is one of my favorite guys from Japan. Honestly, I love the way he works in the ring. And I think the thing I like about him the most is probably the way he carries himself in the ring and, in promos and walking to the ring and just carrying himself as a wrestler. It reminds me of I don't know if you guys feel the same way, a Japanese version of Jon Moxley. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but that's the way I view Nakamura, and I really enjoy his work. So I'm a pretty big fan of him. So this match right here, I really enjoyed. The finish had a lot of back and forth flash pin, back and forth flash type pins. Finally, Nakamura got the win on this, and looking good. So I'll go 3.5 stars on that. Pretty entertaining. And then finally, the last match, first Tanahashi versus Yuji Nagata. Now, if Tanahashi wins, becomes the longest reigning, I guess, IWGP heavyweight champion here. Really good match here. These guys work with each other so well over the years. I'm a huge Nagata fan. I love the way Nagata sells drama in matches. His facial expressions and his body posture and his, the way he just carries himself in the ring. He really sells a big main event. That's why he's one of my favorite guys from Japan as well. So with this, this went 30 some odd minutes. Really good stuff here. I'd probably go 4.5. That's how much I enjoyed this. I thought this was good. Had a really good main event for this show. Overall, show total, I'd say 7.5. Probably. The undercard was just kind of weak. The upper mid card, like I said, it was fun. Had some decent matches, and the main event definitely showed up. which was really good. So, you know, like I said, I'm probably going to do these New Japan reviews here. I really don't have anything else to really review. Like I said, I'm not buying any indie shows. I don't have the money. You know, like TNA, WWE pay-per-views, and Ring of Honor ones as well. I get them with the IWR show. We review them on there. So there's really no point from, you know, me reviewing them again. And like I said, I'm not going to review Raws and SmackDowns because and Impacts because they're just kind of pointless, you know, to me, in my opinion. So I will be doing these reviews of these at least all the New Japan shows that come out, and then they're on YouTube. I will definitely review them. Possibly All Japan. The shows can get out, and, you know, and I can get them on YouTube, and possibly Noah if we can get those as well. And so yeah, this is my first review here of New Japan's Alive 2011. Check it out. You know, like I said, there's a lot of talent on here that I enjoy. I figure I watch these shows anyway. I may as well do reviews of them. So hope I'm not jumping into Puro territory here with Sean Carlton Zero and AMCM1 guys like that who do all the Puro reviews, and I'm cutting them off here. But, you know, I wanted to do this. So thanks, guys. I'm the Mad Scientist, and peace.